Hey there, Postal here. So today we're going to be looking at what is becoming one of my favorite Tier 9 heavy planes, now that there's more than 3, but the P.228. Let's take a look. Alright, so like I said, it's one of only 3 Tier 9 heavy planes in the game, at least until they put the Japanese and the Russian lines in. But it's kind of seen as the lame duck of the 3, to be honest. The 262, everybody loves 262. It's lightning fast and has awesome guns. A lot of people like the F2H. It's one of my favorite heavies in the game, if not my favorite heavy in the game. I like it because it's pretty maneuverable, relatively strong. It's kind of an all-arounder as far as a heavy is concerned, and it's really fast. The P.228, nobody really talks about it, but in reality, it is just as good as the other planes and has a lot of the things that you think are good about those planes already integrated into this. There's definitely some down points to the 228, but we'll talk about those later. Let's go ahead and hop into our gameplay first, and then we'll come back to the hangar here. Okay, so we are in a Tier 9 battle. They've only got one Tier 9 on their team. Oh, they got Gartson though. And they've got a specialized RB-17. They got a lot of stuff, so let's go ahead and let's get the center, shall we? Make that a priority. Get ourselves up to a decent altitude performance. Altitude rating is... Did I run out of paint? No, I couldn't have ran out of paint. This is the paint for this map. It's kind of lame paint, if I do say so. And I do. Alright, so half our team's going to the mines, half of them are going to the military base here. Enemy 228, wow, they've already got the frickin' mining facility on theirs. Vampire's up a little bit higher than he probably should be. That's okay. Keep the DAS boost going. I overheated my guns. Oh no. Ground pounders, obey me. Gotta watch out for the light fighter, but I gotta go after this guy first. Yowzers. Oh, both engines? No, just one. Well, I'll just sit here then. As long as I get out of the sector. Good, got out of the sector. Let's head on back now. Oh, the plane following him crashed. Super, super swell. It's a vampire. It's not like the world's most maneuverable. Alright, so... I'm failing my team. And that vampire's kind of keeping them occupied. So let's just do a hit and run, shall we? FJ1 should be able to outmaneuver that thing. So let's take our time here to go blow up some stuff on the ground, shall we? After we take some time to get rid of this guy. Oh, hello. just all the rockets. Let's just put them all out there. I feel like we're blowing up lots of planes, and yet nothing's really happening with that. Trying to get the guy that's up higher first, because it'll be easy to get the guy down lower. Well, it'll at least be easy to go lower. Whether or not it's easy to kill him is a different thing. Oh, hey, it's our friend. Thank you, sir. I was wondering where he was. Be a nice, fat, juicy target. Don't know why he didn't throw his rockets out at me, but hey, I'll take what I can get. So I do notice the engines tend to get knocked out on this thing pretty often. But it is what it is. Let's see if we can get Bud here. Seems to have lost some of his energy, which is not a good thing for him. Or at least it won't be a good thing soon. Come on, 30s. Work with me. Spray. Oh, hello. Them some easy pickings. Used to be afraid of RB-17s, and then I got me a P.228. Actually, I got a lot of planes that are good at killing these things. That's certainly one of them. Knocked out a wing and knocked out an engine.
Our military base is launching strikes on the enemy. This will make things
Gotta defend this one because we can't lose this. Cool. Got 2 ground pounders over here. So one of them's gonna be on super low health, and one of them's gonna be on super not low health. Let's go for this guy because well, okay. I figured our F2G had the other guy, but he did not. Let's get some boost back in here. Ooh, that 228 there doesn't seem like he's got a lot of speed going for him. Got 2 light fighters coming in. I guess I'm gonna go for the... Go for that guy first. Keep my boost on, because I'm assuming that the vampire's going to get on my butt. Nope, couldn't get away from him quick enough.
We cannot support you any longer.
Oh. I thought it was already, I thought we'd already flipped. Well, he was the one with the bad timing. I thought I was the one with the bad timing. Let's get in here and let's go, go, go. Do we have the time? I don't know. No. We need to get that very quickly. That's the opposite of getting that. Oh my goodness. Yay! Alright, now that we're over here, let's do some more damage, shall we? Keep our speed up.
The enemy has captured our plant. Get it back under our control.
What? Oh. Yowzers. Keep on keeping on, that's all we can do. Come on, buddy. Trying to concentrate on shooting stuff, not talking. Still failed. Where's our last guy? 2 last guys. Crap. Crap. Too far away from either one of them to make a difference, I think. Oh man. Oh well. Well, that was a failure on my part.
I'm proud of you, pilots. Head back home.
Proud of me, but I failed. What? Wait a minute. What? Oh man. Wow. I'm kind of pretty well stunned. I guess I wasn't paying a whole heck of a lot of attention at the end there for some reason. I wasn't paying attention to the mining facilities flipping. So yeah, that turned out to be. I was gonna post this as a good game, or good score in a loss, and it turned out to be a good score and a win. So yeah, 14 frags, 520 capture points. Kind of screwed up at least twice. Letting the vampire get behind me in that's the last time I died. Excuse me. I didn't think he had the momentum, but that goes to show you can't trust your enemies. And then definitely there at the end should have. We just got lucky, honestly, that the points came in when they did. Oh man, I feel bad. Yeah. Anywho, so we'll take it. A victory in the 228, a plane I'm quite enjoying. I think it took a little while longer for me to enjoy than the plane before it, the pig. But I think that was in my own mind. I thought of this as a slow, heavy plane. And in reality, since we're talking about it, actually, what am I even doing? I've got all 3 of the Tier 9 heavies in the game. Let's put a pilot in this bad boy. And I love all 3 Tier 9 heavies. This has been my favorite heavy plane in the game for a very, very long time. But even with speed paint on it, it's not all that much faster than the other 2 planes I've got. Now this has speed paint on it as well. So keep in mind, it's got a 3% bonus. This does not have speed paint. Why not? I don't know. Because it doesn't offer it. That's a pretty good reason, don't you think? But even without that, these are all rated basically the same before you put that speed paint on. So most people think of this plane as really sluggish. Now, when we're looking at the airspeed, you have to keep in mind I've got paint on the F2H and the 262, which actually adds speed to those. The airspeed on all of these is showing pretty comparable. Cruise speed is, about 20 miles an hour less on the 22H, but the boost speed is actually still better than the 262 and just slightly worse than the F2H. The maximum dive speed is the same as the F2H and slightly less than the 262. Something that not a lot of people talk about, the boost duration is 27 seconds, where we're looking at 20 and 22 on the F2H. I mean, keep in mind I've upgraded these, but still, just in general, you can see the difference there. This actually has a boost availability of -9 seconds, This has a boost availability of -12 seconds thanks to the gas turbine, but still higher than the 262 that doesn't even have the boost taken away. So airspeed on a level playing field, the 228 is right there in line with the other two. So it's not an airspeed thing. Let's take a look at the altitude performance. Well, it's probably got to be that, right? The altitude performance, this is rated basically the same exact as an F2H. Rate of climb on the F2H is a little bit higher, but it's about the same as the 262, which everybody thinks is a very fast plane, right? So I mean, not a huge difference between those two things. Really, the biggest difference you're going to find on these planes is going to be survivability. You have 628 hit points on the F2H, you have 550 on the 262, you have a whopping 900 on the 228, so quite a big difference there. Yeah, the plane's a lot bigger, not that much bigger though, but hey, we'll take it. Otherwise you'll see on the bombs and rockets, 228 has a lot more damage it's able to put out, 24,000 compared to 12,000 for the F2H. The 262 has a couple of bombs that do 10,000, and then it has those air-to-air rockets that everybody likes, so it's not necessarily a ground flipper. Last but not least, you've got this great gun armament. Yeah, it's more highly rated than the 262, but I'd even put it to another level, mainly because, yeah, you've got 430s on these two planes, but the range on the 228 is 2,600 feet. The range on the 262 is, let's just round it up to 2,400 feet. In-game, that makes a pretty big difference, at 200 extra feet. The F2H has a slightly longer, slightly farther distance on its shots, about 2,700, let's say, but it's firing 20 mils instead of these 30s that you've got on the other two planes. So I mean, I'd take the Aidens, the 4 Aidens on the 228 any day. Last but not least, something else that I think a lot of people see as a detriment on this particular plane is its maneuverability. In reality, it has the same turn time as the 262. The biggest difference you're going to see is maybe the rate of roll, which is even less, and that's about it. Stall speed's the same, the optimal speed's basically the same. Well, the optimal speed actually is less on the 228. The optimal top speed is about the same. The F2H is actually pretty nimble, has about a 1.5 seconds better turn time than either of these two planes, and yeah, so although now that I think about it, I think I've boosted the maneuverability in this plane, but it's still, even with base, it's going to be more maneuverable than these two planes. So in reality, this plane is not it's not an ugly duckling, right? It's not a bad plane at all. In fact, if you like the F2H, if you like the 262, there's no reason for you to not like this plane. It has a lot of the good characteristics of each of those planes kind of mashed up into one. Yeah, it does feel like, you're flying a tugboat sometimes, but then you look over at your speed and you're like, oh, I'm going 550 miles an hour. I guess I am going pretty quick. It's a big target, right? It's pretty easy to knock out the engines on this plane. It's pretty easy to knock out the wings on this plane. If you look at the survivability, yeah, the hit points are 900, but the resistance to damage is kind of low at 48. It doesn't catch on fire all that often, but the engines get knocked out pretty often. So do be aware of that. It might not hurt to take the improved mixture control off and put the manual engine restart on here. We'll see. We'll take a look at that. But yeah, this plane can do what you want either of the other two planes to do, and then some, considering the ground armament it can do. So I've built this for speed. I would recommend building it for speed. It helps your altitude performance, helps your overall airspeed, of course. But you're in a heavy fighter. You don't need to worry about your maneuverability. You can get these 4 Aidens on target. You can see how quickly you can melt down enemies. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm starting to really enjoy this. I'm not even say starting. I am enjoying the 228. It was a little bit wonky in the beginning for me because it does lose some maneuverability from Tier 8 to Tier 9. But this is a lot of fun, and I'm sure you can have some fun if you enjoy any of the other Tier 9 heavy planes. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great day.